prepare to blast off on a delightful adventure with Carlo, a young boy with a dream as big as the universe itself. Join us as we journey to the stars and beyond in our story Carlo's Space Adventure. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town, there lived a young boy named Carlo. Carlo was no ordinary boy. He had big dreams, dreams as vast as the universe itself. He dreamed of becoming an astronaut, soaring among the stars and exploring the mysteries of the cosmos. Carlo's room was like a mini space museum, filled with posters of rockets, stars, and planets. He read every book he could find about space and watched countless documentaries about astronauts. His walls were adorned with pictures of his heroes, real-life astronauts who inspired him. But there was one thing that made Carlo unique from all the other kids who wanted to become astronauts. He had an insatiable love for cheese. Carlo adored all types of cheese, cheddar, mozzarella, Gouda, you name it. He even had a secret stash of cheese under his bed. His love for cheese was almost as deep as his love for the stars. One night, as Carlo lay in his bed, gazing at the starry sky through his window, something magical happened. He drifted into a dream, and in this dream, he found himself floating among the stars, far above the earth. Carlo couldn't believe his eyes. He was an astronaut, just as he had always dreamed. He began to explore the vastness of space, visiting one planet after another. Each planet he visited had its own unique beauty and charm. First, Carlo visited the red planet, Mars. He marveled at the red sand and the towering Olympus Mons volcano. He imagined that Martians might love cheese too and left a small piece of cheddar as a gift. Who knows, maybe Martians would enjoy a cheesy snack one day. Next, he visited the ringed wonder, Saturn. Carlo was amazed by the giant rings that encircled the planet. He imagined that the rings were made of cheese, giant slices of Swiss and Gouda. Carlo couldn't help but take a bite from one of the rings. It was the cheesiest and crunchiest snack he had ever tasted. As Carlo continued his adventure through space, he discovered something truly out of this world. A planet entirely made of cheese. He couldn't believe his eyes when he landed on this cheesy wonderland. It was called the Cheese Planet, and it was every cheese lover's dream come true. The Cheese Planet was a spectacle of cheesy delight. The ground was made of soft, bouncy cheese curds, and the trees were made of string cheese. Carlo's eyes widened as he saw rivers of fondue flowing through valleys of cheddar and mountains of Parmesan. He met the inhabitants of the Cheese Planet, a group of friendly, cheese-loving aliens called the Cheeselings. They welcomed Carlo with open arms and offered him a tour of their cheesy world. Carlo couldn't contain his excitement and even donned a cheese-themed astronaut suit. The Cheeselings showed Carlo their cheesy playgrounds and cheese-themed amusement parks. Carlo giggled as he bounced on the cheese curds and slid down the string cheese slides. He even rode the roller coaster made entirely of mozzarella. But the best part of the tour was yet to come. The Cheeselings took Carlo to their cheese garden, where he saw the most enormous cheese wheel he had ever laid eyes on. It was a colossal wheel of Gouda, as big as a house. The Cheeselings invited Carlo to take a bite, and he eagerly accepted. Carlo took a giant, crunchy bite out of the Gouda wheel, and it was the most delicious cheese he had ever tasted. The Cheeselings cheered as Carlo devoured the cheesy treat, and he couldn't have been happier. After a day filled with cheese and adventure on the Cheese Planet, Carlo knew it was time to go back home. The Cheeselings bid him farewell, and Carlo returned to his cozy little town and his room filled with posters of space. From that day on, Carlo knew he would become an astronaut who explored the wonders of the universe, and he also cherished the memories of his dream adventure to the cheese planet. Carlo never lost his love for cheese and space, and he believed that the universe had even more delicious surprises in store for him. And so, Carlo continued to dream big, with his feet firmly on the ground but his head high in the stars, ready for more cheesy adventures and cosmic discoveries. We hope you had a blast exploring space with Carlo. If you enjoyed this story, remember to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Keep dreaming and reaching for the stars. See you next time.